My dog just looked at me like I'm crazy because I'm talking to nobody. So today's video, as you can see by the title, is a story time. And I know, everybody does story times. But I've been wanting to tell this story for a long time because it's really wild and it's something that actually happened to me. It's not fake. It's not clickbait. I'm going to insert like screenshots and stuff so y'all can see it all. Y'all will see it. Well, most of it because I don't have, well, some of it because I don't have a lot of the older stuff because I have a new phone now. But, so yeah, this is the time I had a stalker. Like, 2 to 3 years ago, I was seeing this guy. We're gonna call him Mark. Mark works. So, I was seeing Mark. Mark was cool. Wasn't really anything serious. He was kind of weird, but I was okay with it. It was just like, whatever. It was something to do. Mark was, we were friends. Not like super close friends, but we had some mutual friends, and I met him at school. So, yeah. And we were cool. Then one day I was just like, you know what? Let me start messing with Mark. So I started messing with Mark and everything is cool. Well, everything seemed cool. Then randomly one night I'm on the phone with him and I get a text message from this random number that's like, hey, what's up? And I'm just like, who is this? So they were like, never mind, wrong number. And I was like, cool. You ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Let's move on. Then they were like, hey, is this Krista? And I'm just like, who wants to know? And they're just like, a friend. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, goodbye. Mind you, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just like, whatever. This person then continues to text me and it's just like, I'm trying to figure out who this is because they keep saying a friend. And I'm just like, who are you? How did you get my number? And at the same time, I'm getting these text messages. Mark is also getting these text messages. So I'm just like, who is this? So number just keeps texting me. And Mark tells me he has, like a week later, Mark tells me he has this software. He created this software with his cousin that can track phone numbers. And I'm just like, true word, let's use that to see who this person is. So he does that. Comes up a text plus number, or so he says he does. He does that and comes up a text plus number. So we're like, okay, this is ridiculous at this point. And at the time, what was going on in my house was the fridge that we had broke. So my parents ordered a new fridge because that's just what you do. Your fridge broke, you need a fridge, you order a new one. Ordered a new fridge. The fridge was supposed to come on, let's say Wednesday. Right, so Wednesday afternoon before the fridge got delivered, my dad is like, okay, well, we could take this old fridge, move it outside, put it on the back step because we have like a balcony, right? So put it out there and it was connected to the kitchen. So put it out there, put an extension cord, hooked it up. So if we needed food, because the fridge would still get cold, it just wouldn't, it was something wrong with something. I don't really remember. I think it was something wrong with the freezer, like it wasn't freezing, but the fridge part would still stay cold. So there was still stuff out there, and it's the summertime. I don't have class. I'm not really working morning shifts yet, so I was up all hours of the night, right? So that means I had to eat all hours of the night. I would go outside when these hours came to my back porch, and go in the kitchen, go in the fridge, and give me something to eat. Then the next day, this is only for like a day. I did it for one singular day. The next day, we get the fridge comes and everything's cool, new fridge, whatever. This number is still texting me, but it's nothing of substance because I just keep ignoring it. Like, whatever, I'm paying you. Like, you're not worth me entertaining. So this number texts and day we at the fridge, nighttime, right? and I get a text message. I mean, mind you, I'm ignoring all these. I'm not really replying to them. So I get a text message and it's just like, I'm so happy you don't have to be outside late at night anymore. And I'm just like, what the fuck are outside late at night? What are you talking about? I was like, yeah, I might run to my car for something, but I'm never really out late at night. And then it dawns on me, bitch, y'all just got a new fridge. What? How do you know that I've been out there late at night? Like, what? So at this point, I'm shook. First thing I do, I go to look out my window, see if there's any cars I don't recognize. It freaked me out a lot. At this point, I'm just like, nah, we have to, like, this shit has to be done. So the dude I was dating, Mark, at the time, is texting back and forth with this person, trying to figure out who they are, what their purpose is. And then this person tells me that somebody hired him to break up me and Mark. And I'm just like, don't nobody care about my life this much to break up my relationship. Like, and it's not even a real relationship. So somebody at my school told hired them to do this, and I'm just like, nobody cares about my life this much. Mind you, at the time I had a friend. Let's call him Chase. So Chase didn't really like the guy he hated him, actually. He didn't like him at all because he just thought he was weird and always shady and just bleh. Mark, right? I feel like Mark knew that Chase didn't like him. So Mark, I was like, one day this number texts Mark, and it's like pretty much along the lines of, I'm outside of your house. And he's like, what? So oh wait, no. What happened was Mark is texting this number, and while he's texting the number, he tracks it using the software that he created with his cousin or whoever he created it with. Texts the number and is tracking it at the same time, pulls up that it's outside of his house. So he's like, so mind you, I'm on the phone with him while all this is going on. So he leaves, he chases down this car, and he said he doesn't catch it, but he sees the kind of car it is, and he tells me the kind of car it is. Now my friend Chase drives a similar car, so I'm just like, Chase wouldn't do this. Like, why would he do, what reason would he have? But at this point, it's just like, I need to know who's doing it, who's not doing it, what's really tea. So I hit up Chase, and I'm just like, hey, yo, Chase, I know this is about to sound really weird, but are you doing X, Y, and Z? Like, have you been texting me or him? Or, like, if you have, like, I don't understand. So Chase is, like, really, like, upset that I would even think that he could do that. And I'm just like, yeah, I understand. That's wild. But he was like, I'll help you figure out who it is. And I'm just like, cool. So let's skip ahead like a couple weeks, or like I don't even know the time frame anymore. But we find out who this stalker person is. He says his name is Terence. Now, Terence says that he took this job, still hasn't told us who hired him to break us up, took this job to break up me and Mark because he said his mom's boyfriend is raping his little sister, and when he told his mom about it, his mom kicked him out, so he fought his mom's boyfriend, and his mom continues to kick him out. So it's just like, he can't go home, his sister's at home getting raped. It was just really bad, and he was like, wow. So he was staying at this hotel. So Mark, out of the kindness of his heart, hit up his grandfather about this guy, because apparently his grandfather has like stupid money. But hit up his grandfather, and his grandfather then proceeds to pay for Terence to stay in the hotel that he's staying in for an additional couple days. And I'm just like, this man has made my life a living hell since the moment he texted my phone, and you're about to help him? Whatever, I digress. So, this dude, Terence, like, in the span of like a month, moves in with Mark's grandfather. Mind you, I've never seen Terence. Only person that's had any interaction with Terence is Mark. And Mark's grandfather and all the people involved with Mark. Never seen him, never spoke to him on the phone. All the interaction we've been having was via text message. So Mark is then like, okay, well, he's living with my grandfather, like trying to like make his life better. And I'm just like, okay, y'all are really nice for doing this for this man who just made my life a living hell. But you know what? It's over. I don't have to see him anymore. So other people also live with Mark's grandfather, including Mark's ex-girlfriend, Mark's ex-girlfriend's new girlfriend, and these two other boys. I think their name was Tim and somebody else. I can't remember his name, but Tim and this other girl. So Mark's ex-girlfriend, her name, let's call her Paula. So one day, they all decide to go camping. Everybody who lives at this house, except the grandfather, because he's like military and he just never home. So all these kids are just living in this big ass house. Mind you, we're all like, at this time, I'm probably like 20, 21, 19, 20, 21, somewhere around there. So everybody's around that same age bracket, like 19, 20, 21. So so they decided to go on a camping trip, all the kids at the house, like Paula's new girlfriend, and the two other boys that live at the house. They decided to go on a camping trip. And Terence too, because Terence now lives there. So they go on this camping trip out. I don't even know where the fuck where. And according to what was told to me by Mark, because you know, and Terence, because everybody's texting me to tell me this story, what happened was they got into it. There was a party at this campground, so they went to the party. And while they were at this party, one of the boys from the house proceeds to try to talk to this girl, but her boyfriend is there, and her boyfriend and his friends are there. So they get into an altercation with these people, and they beat their ass, because the reason why they all lived with Mark's grandfather is because Mark's grandfather is an MMA fighter, director person. Like, he's the one that coaches him. He's an MMA coach. So they all fought. So they just stayed with him. So they beat the guys at the party. And then so for retaliation, they said that the guys at the party then took the car that they drove to the campgrounds in, pushed it into this lake, which was, so I forget what like car it was, but it was like a luxury vehicle. Like, it was up there with the Mercedes and the Beamers and it was one of those. Pushed it into the bottom of the lake and set their camp cabin on fire. Set their cabin on fire. So I'm just like, wow. Turns out the luxury sedan that they drove was supposed to be Mark's birthday present, because his birthday was coming up from his grandfather. Bummer, right? That sucks really bad. So they come back home. There's a whole lot of drama. And I really don't, at this point, I don't really like Mark's ex-girlfriend, because it's the ex-girlfriend of the guy that I'm trying to, you know, do something with, or like that I'm currently messing with. Why would I like you? So don't really like her, but Mark is really like, I want y'all to be friends and da 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 da, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just like, you know what? Okay. She texts me, and you know, lo and behold, we become cool, because she seems like a cool person. So we're not like cool. Mind you, still, this is another person. Never spoke to on the phone. Only text messages. The times that I called her phone, it like would ring and then it would just stop ringing. Never spoke to her on the phone. Never seen her in person. Seen one picture of this girl. One picture. Her and Terence end up getting in a relationship, even though she lives in a house with her girlfriend. So, her and Terence get in this relationship, and that's what they're doing. And then, but Terence starts to get really crazy. Like, getting really angry, and it's just like, y'all don't need to fuck with me, and da, 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 da. Like, just out of nowhere. Like, nobody's saying anything to this man, and he's just spazzing. Like, spazzing. So we're just like, all right, you need to calm down. So Mark's grandfather is like, let's go to Germany on a, you know, I guess team building, bonding trip. And Mark was really upset that he didn't get to go on this trip. And I'm just like, well, I am so sorry that you didn't get to go on this trip. But, you know, whatever. So while they're on the trip, I get a text message from, what is her name? What name did I give her? Paula. I get a text message from Paula talking about, Terence got arrested. And I was like, arrested where? So apparently, Mark's grandfather, he went to go stay with a friend, it was a lady friend, in Germany, and the lady friend is a marshal. So she arrested him for, I don't remember why, but he got arrested. But couldn't take him to like an actual jail because whatever, I don't even know what the hell reason they gave me. So he was locked up in the basement of the house. And I'm just like, this don't even make, but I'm gonna just go with this. So I'm just like, whatever. So what are y'all about to do? They're like, nope, he's about to just stay there and we're gonna just come back early and deal with him and put him in jail when he actually gets here. Because he's going like stupid, he's like doing wild stuff. I think he fought with somebody for no reason. So we're just like, okay, this is weird. So I have my friend, Chase. Don't forget about him. I'm like, Chase, something not sounding right to me about this situation. So I was like, Chase told me beforehand that he could get somebody to track a phone number for me, like legitimately military police tracking, right? So he tracks the number, and lo and behold, it comes up Germany. So I'm just like, okay, maybe my life has just really turned into this, and this is really crazy because it really came up Germany. So they come, okay, so before they can come back, Terence escapes and comes back to the United States by himself. Where did Terence get the money to buy a plane ticket? I don't know. How did Terence escape handcuffs and being locked in the basement?